All right, good morning. Welcome. All right, we'll go ahead and get started on our backs. Okay, so let's go with feet a little bit, feet touching, knees are wider. Roll it on down to your backs, closing down those eyes. So just get that big stretch through those inner thighs to start out. Walk those shoulder blades together. Start laying nice and flat on the mat. One hand can come to the chest, one hand comes to the stomach. Pulling that low back so it's flat on the mat. So tight through that core. And then just start to breathe in and out through the nose. Big breath in. Exhale out through the nose. So with that core being tight, it might be a little bit more forceful than pulling that breath in. Pressing it out. Just hearing that breath. Sound that we can focus on. Just continuing this breath throughout the practice. And we're going to bring those knees together and hug those knees into the chest. Give a little rock from side to side. Now we're going to lift those knees so they're stacked over the hips. Shins are parallel to the ground. Reach those fingertips up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to extend that right leg out as that left arm reaches up over our head. So try and get that thumb down to touch the ground. That heel, the right heel is just maybe an inch or two away from the mat. Bring it back to center, and then we'll switch. So that left leg extends out, right arm reaches up overhead. We'll go center and switch, center and switch, center and switch, center, switch. Couple more times. Here we go. Right leg, left arm, center, left leg, right arm, center. One more each side. Holding as we extend out. Keep that low back nice and flat. Bring it back to center and switching sides. Bring it to center. Now we're going to reach the arms overhead, extending those legs out long. The head can just stay down on the mat. Keeping that low back nice and flat. Squeeze those legs together, pulling through those toes. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Lower those feet down. Arms may come right by the sides. Press, lifting those hips up. And slowly roll it back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Press, lift the hips. And down. Last one, press and lift. Bring it back down. And then just windshield wiper the knees. So drop the knees to the right, to the left, back and forth. A couple more times. If you want to hold one side for a little bit longer, you can. Let's bring those knees back to center. We'll hug the knees in. Start to rock forward and back. We'll plant those feet and then come all the way up into a forward fold. So straighten those legs. Hands can come to the shins or all the way down to the ground or maybe somewhere in between. And then we'll find that nice flat back. Lifting through that chest, lifting through that tailbone. Then slide those hands down as we fold. Letting that head hang heavy. Maybe you shake that head, yes. Shake the head, no. Release any tension you might be holding in your neck. And then slight bend into those knees. Flatten out that back. Rise up to standing. Reach it up nice and tall. Right hand slides down as that left arm reaches up and over. Inhale it back up and exhale it to the other side. Inhale, reach it back up and flat back as we fold. Half lift on that inhale. Exhale, plant those hands, step those feet back to our plank. Let's drop the heels to the right. Left arm reaches up. Threading that arm under. The left arm reaches under the right. Inhale it back up. Back to our front plank. Heels to the left, right arm reaches up. Thread that arm under, bring it back up. Front plank, shift that weight forward as we lower into that push-up, so that low plank. Press it back up nice and strong, and then we'll lower down, flipping the toes, lifting that chest cobra, or maybe come up to that upward facing dog. And exhaling those hips up to the sky, down dog. And now we'll inhale on the toes. Bend those knees, stepping those feet up, top of the mat. Half lift on that inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend into those knees, rise to standing, reach it up tall. Side bend to the right. Inhale it up. Side bend to the left. Inhale it back up. Lap back as we fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant those hands, step those feet back to our plank. Heels to the right, left arm up. Thread it under. Inhale it back up. And front plank, heels to the left, right arm up. Thread it through. Back up. Front plank. Push up. Vinyasa. And exhale, downward facing dog. One more time through. And inhale on the toes. Bend the knees, step or hop those feet top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Side bend to the right. Inhale it back up. To the left. Inhale it up. Exhale, flat back fold. Half lift. Exhale, plant those hands. Step or hop those feet back. Side plank to the right. Thread that arm under. Inhale it up. Front plank. Heels to the left. Right arm up. Thread it through. Inhale it back up. Lower the hands down. Push up. And vinyasa. And exhale. Down dog. Now bring those feet together. Inhale that right leg up. Right knee to that right elbow. Inhale it up. Right knee to that left elbow. Extending that leg out. Reaching that left arm up, side plank. Lower that hand down. Send that leg back up. Bring that knee to the nose. Stepping that foot through. Let's ground that back heel down. Inhaling those arms up into that warrior one. Squaring the hips off. Core is tight. Bend into that front knee a little more. Really pressing into that left heel. One more breath. Then we'll lower those hands down. Let's lift that left leg up. Flatten out that back. And exhale, fold a little deeper. And now take that big step back. Back heel will ground down. Straighten that front leg out into our pyramid. So if this is a little bit too much with the hands down, go and walk those hands up to the shins. One more breath. And then plant those hands, step it back to our plank. Vinyasa. Another breath. Then we'll inhale that left leg up. Left knee to the left elbow. Inhale it up. Left knee to that right elbow. Extend that leg as we reach that right arm up. Lower that hand down. Send that leg back up. Curl that knee to the nose. Stepping that foot through. Back heel down. Inhale those arms up. Warrior one. Really press that back heel. Relax those shoulders. Then lower the hands down to the mat, lifting that right leg up. Standing splits. Squaring off those hips, lifting through that right leg as high as we can get it. And then ground that back heel down. So back to that warrior one stance. And hands can throw on the ground or on that shin. Square the hips off, maybe flatten out that back a little bit more. And then plant the hands down. Step it back to plank. Vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Come onto the toes. Bend those knees, hopping those feet outside the hands. Heels in, toes out. Sneak it down into that squat. Hands will come to heart center. Knees are pressing out. Drop those hips a little lower. One more breath. And straighten those legs as we fold. And go and plant the hands. Step or hop it back. Let's add in that push up. And then vinyasa. Exhale to down dog. Feet together. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Right knee to the right elbow. Inhale it back up. Bring right knee to the left elbow. Extend that leg out. Left arm up, that side plank. Lower the hand down. Right leg goes back up. Knee to the chest. Step the foot through. Back heel down. Rise up, warrior one. Then lower that hand down. Sending that left leg up, standing splits. Lower that foot down, pyramid. And then inhale, we'll rise back up. We're gonna slide that leg back, that left leg back into that warrior two stance. Opening up through the chest, teeing out those arms. Hips sink a little deeper. We'll lower that forearm down, or maybe that hand can come inside that foot. Left arm reaches up and over. Circling that hand down and around, side lunge into that left knee. Bring it back to the front. Low lunge. Pressing that back hip down towards the mat. Plant the hands. Step it back to plank. Vinyasa. And down dog. Feet together. Inhaling that left leg up. Left knee to the left elbow. Inhale it up. Bring that knee to the right elbow. Extend that leg out. Side plank. Lower the hand down. Bring that leg back up. Curl that knee to the nose. Step that foot through. Warrior one. Then exhaling, the hands down. Right leg lifts, standing split. Step that leg back. Pyramid. And then we'll rebend into that front knee, sliding that right leg back, turning those toes out. Warrior two. We'll lower that forearm down or slide that hand down inside that foot as we reach that right arm up and over. And circle that hand down and around, lunging into that right knee. And walk those hands back to the front. Low lunge. And step it back to our plank. Vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. We'll inhale on the toes. And those knees, step or hop those feet outside the hands. Toes out, heels in. Sink the hips down into that squat. Knees are driving out. Maybe sitting an inch higher in that lowest position. And straighten those legs as we fold. Let's plant those hands, step or hop those feet back. Add in that push-up. And then vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. And then from there, we'll go and flip over onto our backs. So just start hug those knees in. Give it a rock from side to side. And how we started, we're gonna reach those arms overhead. And keep the arms lifted, extending those legs out. So we want that low back flat. So maybe the legs are up a little bit higher. Maybe we can get those legs just a few inches above the ground. Keep pressing that low back into the mat as hard as you can. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant those feet down, arms by the sides, bridging those hips up. And rolling it back down. So again, we'll lift those knees up, shins parallel to the ground, interlace those fingers behind the head. And then we'll extend that left leg out. So again, just a few inches as we twist. Left knee or left elbow comes to that right knee. Inhale to center and twist, switching sides. Center to the right, center to the left. So we'll inhale, center, exhale, twist, center, twist. Here we go. To the right. 10, 9, move nice and slow. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Hugging those knees in. Now we're going to extend those legs out, arms out over the head, that same position. Good, let's hold it for 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to swing those arms forward, rise up into that boat pose. So chest is lifted, really flat back. Leaning back is pretty much as far as you can. Get really tight through that core. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it on back, hug those knees in. And we'll go into that happy baby. So you can reach the outside edge of the feet, tailbone is drawing down. And then maybe start to extend those legs. The bottoms of the feet are pointing up. Knees are pulling down. And then just rock it from side to side. And then go ahead and lower those feet down. Hands come by the sides again, bridging those hips up. And lower it down. We'll cross that right ankle over, hugging that knee in. So flexing that foot, flexing the right foot as we pull that left leg in a little bit closer. And lower that foot down, switching sides. Left ankle crosses over, flex that left foot, draw that knee in, grabbing onto the shin or the hamstring. And lower that foot down. Go and uncross it. Let's pull that right knee in. Left leg extends out and twist that knee across. Just finishing off with just a gentle spinal twist. So reaching that right arm out, keeping that shoulder completely flat on the mat. So that will determine how much twist we get. Bring it back to center. Switching sides. Left knee hugs in. Right leg extends out. And twist. And come back up. Hug the knees in. And rock it on up. Bring into a seat. Let's just close down those eyes for a few breaths. Just being in this hopefully calm, quiet, and relaxed space. And then blinking those eyes open. All right. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your day. And I will see you guys tomorrow.